Opening statement from Coach Margenthaler. After his opening statement, we'll open the floor to questions. Prior to your first question, I ask you please identify yourself and your affiliation. Coach, the floor is yours.
I just said, wow, first of all. I mean, that was, no question about it. It was an unbelievable game. Obviously, you know, I think both teams were just kind of sparring at each other in the first half. I mean, obviously, offensively, we were struggling. We got all the shots we wanted to get. They just weren't going in. And I thought their zone did exactly what we needed to do. We held them to 30% field goal shooting in the first half. We rebounded pretty well out of it, and for us only to give up 5 offensive boards and a half is pretty damn good. So we were pretty happy about that, honestly. But our guys, they hung in there. Again, I've told this group for a long time, I really believe they have what it is. Whatever it is, I mean, they have it. And again, I got to go back to our seniors. I mean, our seniors made the plays, and our bench. I mean, obviously Jefferson Mason came up with a huge defensive board, made some big free throws down the stretch. But the milkman over here, I mean, Taylor Morrow, he absolutely got us going in that second half and knocking down threes. I couldn't be any happier for him because a young man that didn't play a lot of minutes early in his career and has stepped into a starting role as a senior, one of 5 seniors. I mean, again, it's a great deal for him, for our basketball team, our program, and the city of Mankato.
Jefferson, Jack Hurdy with the Free Press. You think after all the minutes that you and Marcus and Cam played on Saturday, maybe fatigue was just a little bit of an issue in the first half with all those missed shots?
I think it was probably more so just we were so high yesterday just because Winona is such a great rivalry for us, so that we came out kind of tonight a little bit slower than we did. We knew that we had to get ourselves up a little bit more because we hadn't played any team like Metro this year. But us 3 have played a lot of minutes. We're averaging around 30 minutes a game already, so I didn't really think that was a factor. We had a couple guys cramp up yesterday, but we got a lot of fluids in us. We got treatment in us, and I thought that we were able to, play the minutes that we needed to. And coaches, they're good with figuring out how many minutes we need to play and whatnot.
From your perspective, from your perspective, how big was it when Taylor started hitting those threes? 'Cause that was like when the building started to come alive, and then I think right after that you probably hit 3 or 4 in a row.
Oh, it was huge. Every game it seems this year somebody new steps up. And like Coach said, our senior leadership, I mean, we played Wayne State and we were struggling a little bit, and Joe Dropshow, he stepped up and hit some big shots. Tonight it was Taylor's, and we've been telling him to be confident, and he does it in practice all the time. I mean, he's a knockdown shooter. And tonight was just obviously his night, and we trust everybody that's out there, top to bottom, 1 to 10, the people that we have. We know anybody that comes in is capable, and tonight he was just feeling it, and it was a good thing. Right when he started hitting it, that's when the crowd got into it, and that's when we started going.
Taylor, can you just talk a little bit about a pressure game like this, just taking those shots when some of the other guys maybe weren't looking to take shots?
Yeah, like Jefferson said, all the teammates have confidence in me. So, when I get the opportunities, I just shoot it. And tonight they were going in, and that's all we can ask for is big shots go in, and that's what they did.
Coach, Prairie Dyke, KYC. It seemed like the first half, you didn't really play that well the first half. Could you feel that going into this? What did you tell your guys going into that second half?
Really just stay, we've been really talking about just staying within the now and trying not to get too high or too low. And I think our guys did that. Again, Perry, I thought defensively we did it. I'm just looking at stats right now. I mean, we haven't won a battle of the boards in a long time, and we won tonight, which is great. We had 23 offensive boards, man. It took us 23 games, during the regular season to get 23 offensive boards. And so I think the little things really amounted to be big things. 4 minutes ago in the game, we had that 30-second timeout, and I told our guys when we practiced last month of the season, all we did was the last 3 minutes of a game, last 4 minutes of a game, up 3, down 3, situational stuff, and our guys really made the plays down the stretch. And obviously, you feel bad for a young man not making the 2 free throws down the stretch for Metro, but coming up with some huge defensive boards and Jefferson stepping up and making those plays, really helped us. But the guys, they did. They just stayed within the now. They took the same shots we took in the first half. We just knocked them down. I thought really going to our man-to-man helped us too. Even offensively helped us. We got out and run a little bit more, and I thought that was a thing. About the 14-minute mark, I kept on looking at my assistants and looking at myself. We got to go man. We got to go man. And Mike Pashad is the best assistant in the league. the most damn patient guy in the world too, and I had enough of it. I mean, we had to go man. And so I thought, and I'm not tooting my own horn here, but I just thought that was a good thing at that time.
You guys worry about a little emotional fatigue after that win last night, because Winona, a lot of people were saying, hey, that's the really big game for you. You don't want, you take one game at a time, but after that game, you worried about an emotional letdown coming into this one, because it didn't seem really like it.
No, we knew that there was going to be a pretty good crowd tonight, and we've been doing, we play Friday, Saturday almost every single weekend, and we've had teams, St. Cloud, we played Winona, and we've had to play another game after that. And with this team, coaches preach to us just to stay consistent and stay here now and just stay even keel. We don't try to get too high or too low, and I think that we know what this means for the university and for ourselves. These games are we really don't need to get up for any of these games. I mean, if you can't get up for it, then you shouldn't be playing the game. And so, beforehand, we're ready, and we just go out there every single night, and we're just proving it.
Can you talk a little bit about stepping the line, 12 seconds, I think it was?
Well, coaches over here seem to love to put me on the free throw line in practice for pressure free throws. And I guess it kind of finally started to pay off. My teammates don't like me too much in practice because I kind of miss them a lot. But, they kind of give me a little bit of crap when I'm on the free throw line and just yelling and whatnot, and we have to run for those in practice. So that really helped out, and I just knew that my teammates were counting on me, and I just really focused up. And, we do it in practice, and we've been shooting free throws a lot, and I just knew that these were really important for me and my team. And my last go around, so I just concentrated for a minute.
Jefferson's throwing to me, so he should be the guy shooting the time now. He's just talking about today, so I mean, he might be if he keeps on shooting the way he is right now.
Coach, you look at Marcus's stat line tonight. He didn't really score that much, but 7 rebounds and 6 assists. Talk a little bit about his game. Played 40 minutes again tonight.
Again, and he's going to play 40 again on Tuesday. I mean, there's no question. He is our little leader out there, that and a guy that's going to continue getting us shots and getting other people shots. And I guess we had some tired legs. There's no question. I mean, some of those shots that we had earlier, they're a result of tired legs. But so did Metro. So it's what a good basketball team they are. But again, it's just you look at the stats, everything's percentage-wise, even rebounds and free throws, all that stuff is pretty dang close. And so it comes down to just making a play here and there. A guy making 2 free throws, a guy missing 2 free throws. That's the margin of these games right now. And we're just very fortunate to move on and have life again and here at home. So it's gonna be fun Tuesday night.
Taylor, can you talk to us a little bit about playing Tuesday night? You haven't had time to think about that far ahead yet. That's what it means to you to be in that national championship game.
Oh man, it's a huge deal. Ever since freshman year here, all we want to do is get to that regional championship game. And the first 3 years, we haven't been able to make it there. And the last 2 years we've been hosting. We're like, this is our time. Like, we got the home court advantage, and last year it didn't work out. But this year, we've just been playing so much better as a team. And when you play as a team like that, a lot of good things are going to happen. And finally made it here. Now we just got to go out there and play hard and get the W.
Were you at that game in 06? I think we went to Winona. At Winona? Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. You always bring up the positive.
You got experience in the game.
No. It's just true.
Preview Fort Lewis a little bit, what you know?
No, we've had a good history with Fort Lewis. In the past, we've been out there to their tournament in Durango. We played them in the NCAA tournament a couple years ago at Southwest State. Bob's done a great job with his basketball team. They can shoot it. They play loose. They're gonna play really loose again. I mean, I thought even through this weekend, looking at teams. I mean, there's teams that play with expectations. And I think Fort Lewis, after they won the first game, they really played so much more loose today. And almost like, all right, they got that one victory. Now they're just out there hooping and having fun. And we got to do the same thing Tuesday night. It's gonna be I guess a very good matchup. I think there's gonna be a lot of up and down the floor. We'll see both teams kind of going at each other, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think the matchups for both teams are probably going to be better on Tuesday night now with the types of teams that we both have.
One note before we take off. Entering tonight, Jefferson was 22 of 24 in the final 2 minutes from the free throw line. Chad, if you need to use that.
That's a positive, Chad. That's a positive.